Hello, my name is Exabo, and this is Unity of Command to Trappenjagd und Störfang mission on hard. 3, 2, 1. So this is a very small mission and a very annoying one if you didn't know how to do it. Well, obviously, Courage is pretty much the only really difficult objective in here. And the first thing you need to do is destroy that 47th army, which is like the first unit you face. And the biggest problem here is to prevent them from retreating, which is why you encircle them, corner them, and destroy them. Actually, a reasonably nice way to give some experience to your Romanian units, or any units for that matter. And so the next step is obviously going to be to actually break through. The second turn might be actually a bit wobbly in terms of what happened. And by the way, sorry about the footage not showing the Soviet moves. I unfortunately forgot to actually show them when I recorded it, and so it can be wobbly. It can be slightly difficult to predict what you should do. But your purpose is to get as close to Courage by the end of turn 2. Try to use recon and force. It might be useful to actually. Say, if you can't take the hex next to Courage, is like a hex next to Courage, which is the ideal option. At least maybe try to actually capture the hex, not hold it. This will probably prevent the Soviets from taking it, maybe, and will ultimately maybe help you with taking Courage on turn 3. By the way, in this playthrough, I did not hold any hexes next to Courage. By the end of turn 2, as you can see, I failed. I was actually expecting to lose, but actually this... And I actually use that a little bit of recon and force for you. So, the Soviets do tend to fortify in this position just to slow you down as much as possible. They're not going to counterattack. And so, yeah. You also get the flying artillery the flying artillery ability in this mission. And oh yes, this is the worst, so they're not retreating. And I'm trying my best to do something here. And I got lucky. I did not want to use my tanks so that I could, advance into Courage. So used my... flying artillery ability and forced those naval marines to retreat, and actually got lucky that there was a hex. I didn't know that. There was a hex for these marines to retreat to because there was no overrun, and had these marines not had the space to retreat to, I would have lost the mission and not taken Courage on time. And from there on, by the way, you'll see a little mistake I made in this game because I forgot division in Courage and it got dissolved because of lack of supply. But from this point on, clear this whole Courage Peninsula up. It shouldn't be too difficult. You'll pretty much destroy the Soviet supply, and they'll just, once again, as I said, just like that Romanian division will dissolve. Your next objectives will be Sevastopol and the other objective, whose name I don't remember, but neither of the two, so Khersones Peninsula. So neither of the two are difficult, so you're provided with lots and lots of artilleries with engineers. You don't have to cover lots of ground, and you're giving a good amount of troops in addition to a very capable, very decent HQ. Like in the briefing you all said, oh yes, Manstein knows best and won't allow you to change any layers of the troops, and so you're not getting a reinforcements preparation round in this mission because Manstein is an arrogant bastard. But anyway, so you... Like the HQ, in fairness, HQ is very capable and you have all the abilities, they're reasonably cheap. And so yes, so you gradually advance. The Soviets are like, that entire space is full of Soviets, so if you force them to retreat, you are cornering them, which is absolutely wonderful, which is what happened right now. But even then, you have plenty of time to do what I'm doing right now. It's like, it's gonna be very quick. I'm even using my just Romanian troops to get some, well, hopefully not to lose any of the Romanians, but at least give them some experience. And destroy these forts, because obviously destroyed forts don't create as much trouble to the attackers. For example, destroyed forts do not cause, as far as I know, they don't cause any penalties to tanks. So intact forts, they do. So they create penalties specifically to armored attacks, and destroyed forts, which makes sense, really, they don't. And so, yeah, I gradually advance. Still, I think, this is turn 7, I think, like, I'm 3 or 4 turns away from actually taking the remaining 2 objectives. So it's not going to do anything, and, well, yeah, I'm not even pushing some of the troops I have on the Kerch Peninsula because I really don't need them. I pretty much only need some of those remaining steps. I'm not even using my tanks because, like, those tanks are not necessary here. And so I'm gradually advancing, and I suspect that next turn I will just take Sevastopol. I'm in a very good position here to launch 2 very, very powerful set-piece attacks with all of that artillery. And, yeah, it's not going to be helpful in the city proper, but at least in the peninsula it'll help, because the city, fortified enemies in cities do not suffer from any, fortified enemies in cities, or entrenched enemies in cities, defenders in cities, they do not suffer from any direct effects of artillery fire, even though that can ruin the city, so which actually what happened. So, yeah. In the plain, absolutely, it's like these guys have no chance in hell, so I didn't even use the set-piece attack, didn't need to do it, because the artillery gave enough of a battle prediction shift to actually like, offer me very good predictions that didn't require me to do anything tricky. By the way, Kerch is empty, because I lost a unit there. Yeah, due to forgetfulness. Yes, early onset dementia, everything. Anyway, on this note, the Crimea Peninsula is finally taken over, the 3rd time in this game. And this is it for today. Thank you for listening, and goodbye.